The Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3 trailer has finally been released, and it gave us a better look at what will be happening in Part 3 and many hidden secrets throughout the trailer. The first half of the trailer is a quick recap of everything that has happened in the Karate Kid franchise, while the song You're the Best is playing in the background, with voiceovers of Johnny and Daniel talking about their rivalry, and ends with them saying that they need to go back to where they started. And the scene then switches to the Old Valley Arena, confirming that the Sekai Taikai has switched places and is now taking place in the valley. This is where the recap ends, and we see new footage as we see the Old Valley crew setting up the Sekai Taikai. The scene then cuts to two quick shots of Tori and Miyagi-Do in the Sekai Taikai, and in this shot we can see Daryl the commentator announcing something. You can clearly see that now the mats are red with the white fist in the middle. Most of the fans didn't really like the blue and gold mats in Season 4, which is probably why they changed the color. In the next scene, we see Daniel and Amanda talking about the aftermath of the brawl fight, and we see all of the Cobra Kai dojo besides Tori at Kwan's funeral in Korea. The scene then cuts between Sam, Tori, Robbie, and Axel, who are all training, but for Axel we can see that Sensei Wolf and Terry Silver are both training him. In the next scene, Robbie is talking to Miguel, saying that he can't beat Axel while he's wearing what looks to be like a weighted vest, so I'm assuming that Johnny is making him go on a run with a weighted vest or something similar to that. While he says that, we see a few new shots of their fight, and it doesn't look good for Robbie as Axel is pressuring him and Robbie can't get a hit on him. But one of the biggest secrets in this trailer is in this shot where Tori is facing down Zara, and if you look closely you can see that Tori's gi is different from the one she wore in the Korean Cobra Kai. Instead you could see the OG Cobra Kai black and gold gi, which could mean two things. Either Kreese decided to change their gis, or Johnny is taking back Cobra Kai and Tori is fighting with him, which I think would be much more interesting, and it would make sense if this happens, since this is the final part of the show and Cobra Kai has to be represented somehow. But moving on from that, we can see Miguel running up onto the mat looking angry, but Chozen stops him before it can escalate. I think what's happening here is that something happened to Robbie in the fight against Axel, and Miguel wants to fight whoever did it to him. In the next scene, we can see Robbie is training for his fight against Axel with Miguel, Dimitri, Hawk, and Kenny. If you look carefully, you can see that Hawk has again gotten a new mohawk color, and this time it looks to be like a light green/blue color. This trailer then cuts to Robbie and Axel facing off, and we get a callback to Season 1 with Amanda cheering for Robbie just like Xander's mom did in Season 1. We then see more of Robbie's and Axel's fight, with Axel looking mad but Robbie is focused, which probably means that Axel is struggling to land hits on Robbie. In the last few shots there are some huge secrets, but I'll go over the small details quickly. We see Daniel and Johnny doing the crane kick together on the beach, Sam and Tori training together, and in the final shot, Daniel and Johnny running with the rest of the valley, which is a reference to the Rocky movies when he would finish off his run with the entire city. Moving on to the big details in these last few scenes. In the first one, we see Daniel looking at someone who looks to be like Johnny, but what's more important is in the background you can see what looks to be the old Cobra Kai dojo from Seasons 1 to 4. This further confirms the theory that Johnny will retake Cobra Kai, and in the next two shots we see Bobby returning and he is talking with Johnny in a church. In the final big shot we see someone walking who is wearing the OG Cobra Kai gi, but we can't see who it is. I'm not sure what's happening in this scene, but it's probably the new Cobra Kai's entrance to the Sekai Taikai. But that's all for today's video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought of the trailer, and make sure to turn on notifications for future Cobra Kai Part 3 videos. If you haven't watched my video where I rank the strongest fighters in Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2, go watch it right here.